Well, this is the long-awaited video, They Might Be Giants Iceberg Part 2. I have nothing to say for this intro, so let's just get into it.
I'm deaf. I'm deaf.
This refers to the two intros introducing the demo sides of Then the earlier years, with Critic intro being on the first disc and Kidden intro being on the second disc. Critic intro includes Flansburgh reading testimonials about their music, while Kidden intro is said to be based on a car commercial by Flansburgh.
I'm deaf.
Dodo Island Adventure refers to the commercial sung by John Flansburgh to promote the Dodo Island playset. They would then go on to say how much they dislike that commercial, but they still joke about it. They Might Be Giants wrote the theme song for The Oblongs, which is a cartoon on Adult Swim. The song is sung by Robin Goldwasser, while Linnell and Flansburgh sing backup. This refers to the outro to Disc 1 of Then the Earlier Years, which has Flansburgh saying thank you to the radio stations that played their music and has a pitch modulation effect on it that was achieved by raising and lowering the pitch on the tape machine really fast. It was added to the end of the 2013 reissue of the Pink album. Flancy Stays in the Picture is a track that appeared on the Gigantic DVD and is about Flansburgh telling the story of how the documentary was first introduced to him. These are the songs released as hidden bonus tracks on the Severe Tire Damage live album that was centered around the Planet of the Apes movie franchise. That's about it. This refers to the song which notably released on the Miscellaneous T compilation and the Don't Let's Start album. It was their first official They Might Be Giants remix. Partly Cloudy Patriot is a book written by Sarah Vowell, who appears on the Gigantic documentary. They Might Be Giants wrote musical introductions on the audiobook for each chapter of the book. This refers to the songs that They Might Be Giants recorded on the Wax Cylinder. There were 4 songs that were recorded on there, those being The Edison Museum, I Can Hear You, James K. Polk, and Maybe I Know. I Can Hear You is the only one out of the 4 to make it onto an album. All of the songs but I Can Hear You had separate studio versions. This song is an exclusive to the Direct from Brooklyn DVD as the commentary for Snail Shell. It can also be heard on the commentary track at the credits with a separate arrangement. Tony Millionaire is the creator of the Maquis and the Sock Monkey comic books and has worked with They Might Be Giants as a graphic designer. He made the artwork for Then the Earlier Years and animated the coffee segment of Gigantic, which features Drinky Crow, which is a character from his Adult Swim series.
The next part of the documentary is all about coffee.
This is referring to the dial-a-song version of the song 4 of 2 off of their children's album No. The demo is much darker in lyrics than the No version. This refers to the song On Earth My Nina off of Long Tall Weekend, which is an a cappella sung by Linnell, which is what he heard when he played an earlier version of Thunderbird off of The Spine backwards. If you listen to it backwards, you can hear a ton of similarities. This refers to the intro to the song I'll Sing Manhattan off of Miscellaneous T. In the beginning, you hear a phone ringing with reverse speech. If you reverse it, you'll hear this.
Thanks a lot, guys. From the NYPD. We love you.
This refers to the video They Might Be Giants made called E-Cards on their Flash site. They did one for Cyclops Rock and Wicked Little Critter. This is a website made for kids and promoted their kids material like for Bed, 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 and No. It has been down since 2016 and we don't know when we'll get a new update to the site. The song Backstabbing Liar off of It's Fun to Steal by Monopuff was in the movie The Rage, Carrie 2. The song is heard for about a minute and the representatives at Bar None Records pulled some strings to have the song in the movie, according to Flansburgh. They Day is a yearly event that happens on October 11th in which a fan writes the word they on their forehead. It's based on the Back to School cover and the John Henry artwork. The They Might Be Giants Early Years Handbook is an archival Q&A about the early years of the band. It was shared online in the 90s, which has unknown facts about the band at the time. This refers to the song Linnell made to the lyrics of the song of the same name written by Jonathan Lethem as a piece of Lethem's Promiscuous Songs website. Hello Recording Club, also known as the Hello CD of the Month, is a monthly subscription-based record company founded by Flansburgh, with each CD containing original material from the artists. The Hello Recording Club ended in December 1996.
I'll repeat it for those who may not have already guessed. The world's address,
Power of Dial-A-Song was a 61-song bootleg compilation of Dial-A-Song rarities and demos. It was released in 1994 and was one of the first They Might Be Giants bootlegs ever made. I can't find much info on the They Might Be Giants street team, but it seems to be an online newsletter for They Might Be Giants news. Battle of the Bands is a project They Might Be Giants made to explore various genres humorously. They wrote songs imitating that of other bands and wrote as their own made-up band. I know the entry says 7th most handsomest man, but that's not true. In People magazine in 1998, however, he was voted the 9th most beautiful man. This refers to the bootlegged compilation of songs from the mid to late 90s that was leaked in 1999. It includes demos from Factory Showroom, Mink Car, and Dial-A-Song. It was shared with a group of friends until 2021, where it was publicly released online. Always Coca-Cola is a song written by Flansburgh for a Coca-Cola ad in the 90s. It appeared on the leaked 1999 studio tape as Always Giants, but got an official name sometime in 2024. Franco Tool Show, as the bootleg is called, is a bootleg that contains 2 appearances of They Might Be Giants on the Franco Tool Show. This refers to the live bootleg featuring recordings from the June 27th show in Chicago. The title refers to a lyric in their self-titled song They Might Be Giants. They might be brain, they might be washed, they might be Dr. Spock's backup band. This refers to a promotional compilation DVD by the Hornblow Group, which had 45 songs and had songs They Might Be Giants made for TV shows and commercials, the Dunkin' Donuts ad campaign, kids videos, and some videos from the Venue Songs DVD. This is talking about the 5 songs made for their home movies episode, Camp. The 5 songs they wrote for the episode were Camp Campingson, URGR8, Taste of Fame, Clean Bean, I'm Just a Node, and Rabbit Troop Sucks. This refers to the demo tape made in 1985, treated as a studio album instead of a demo tape. It has 23 songs and is really rare to find an original copy. Sense Around was a song from the SEXXY EP and Japanese version of Factory Showroom. It was named after an effect for a movie called Earthquake, which had a speaker on the front that would make the whole room shake. This refers to the unreleased B-side compilation from the era between Apollo 18 and Factory Showroom. It would have been like Miscellaneous Tea, but was cancelled. Chainsaw Dick, that didn't sound right, but it is John Flansburgh's character from the musical People Are Wrong. This refers to the leaked sessions of the Factory Showroom album. It was spread around a small group of fans, but was then released online. This refers to the song Robot Parade on the No album. The adult version was then released on the Japanese version of Mink Car. This refers to the 3 bootleg DVDs that had They Might Be Giants cover songs they performed live. That's about it. I'm Sick of This American Life is a song notably from the They Got Lost compilation. It was made as a dare from Sarah Vowell from This American Life to write a song within an afternoon.
It's a nightmare that you'll never be discovering. You're free to come and go.
Heptone is a song made by Flansburgh while riding his bike throughout Brooklyn. The song's name was unknown to most fans at the time and was a Dial-A-Song demo that never saw a finished version. Again, What Is Everyone Staring At was a Dial-A Song demo, this time written by Linnell. The song was reworked for No as the song Sleepwalkers. This refers to the poetry song Linnell made, which features absurd phrases in different languages in Europe such as French, Dutch, German, Danish, and Italian. I guess Mario Bosco has some learning to do. This refers to the song New York City off of Factory Showroom. It is a cover of a song of the same name by the band Cub. This refers to the bootleg CD made from 1997 to 1998 that featured Electra B-sides. The title refers to the opening line from Certain People I Can Name. This refers to the puppet shows that Robin Goldwasser would give at They Might Be Giants kids shows, notably for the Here Comes the ABCs and 1-2-3 videos. This refers to the 1984 promotional demo tape that had 5 songs on it: Everything Right Is Wrong Again, Number 3, Hell Hotel, Youth Culture Killed My Dog, and They Might Be Giants. They are all notably really old versions of the songs. This is referring to the alias that John Flansburgh used because Conant is his middle name and Rolf because, in his words, it sounded like a good German name. Hello the Band was a short-lived band that was made by John Flansburgh, again under the Rolf Conant pseudonym. They made one CD release that had 5 songs on it. Fat Danny Aykroyd refers to a message left on the Dial-A Song machine that compared John Flansburgh to heavy-set Dan Aykroyd. This is most likely referring to the phone message at the end of the song, saying, "We have our own song and we want to get it recorded. Can we do that? And why don't you leave a message?" Future Soundtrack for America is the name of a compilation CD compiled by John Flansburgh, which features Blink-182, The Flaming Lips, and Death Cab for Cutie. This is referring to the song Tumbleweed, which was supposed to be in the movie Recess, School's Out, but was replaced by Three Dog Night's cover song of Harry Nilsson's One. There's not much information about this CD, but I'm assuming it's a compilation for kids similar to their adult compilations. It features artists such as Logan Whitehurst and the Junior Science Club and Gloria Balsam. The Turtlenecks were a band formed in the early 1980s, which featured John Flansburgh for lead vocals and guitar. They would later disband. There is a hidden track on the CD of It's Fun to Steal if you play back from track 1 to track 0 on the CD player. Very few players and even computers can do it. It features text-to-speech audio from Apple's Simple Text program. This is referring to the year their self-titled demo tape was recorded and conceived. That's pretty much it. Make It the Same was a song performed by the band The Mundanes, which was John Linnell's first band prior to joining They Might Be Giants. This is referring to Disco Lover / Classic Rap, which was the only single by Frida, an enormous doll that They Might Be Giants would bring out at shows. This is referring to the song called Plain as the Lie in Your Lips, which is a song Linnell made but isn't really accessible online. This refers to the remix of the song Birdhouse in Your Soul, but was remixed and put on a white label unauthorized vinyl record. This is referring to the song I Miss Side 2, which was a Dial-A Song demo, but could be heard in the background at the end of See the Constellation. This refers to the EPK video made for Apollo 18 that I mentioned in the previous ICEBERG video. They reportedly have songs predating the year 1982, but we probably haven't heard anything and we might never will. This refers to the bootleg made in the late 90s. It's called Gunnar and Matthew's Giant Adventure because Linnell and Flansburgh introduced themselves as Gunnar and Matthew respectively. This refers to the proposed studio version for No Answer, since it was only available on Dial-A Song and never has seen a studio version. Flansburgh said they did do it, but the files went MIA. The sample in the bridge of Snowball in Hell is from a tape called How to Master Time Organization, which Bill Krause got Flansburgh for his birthday. This is referring to the full version of the song Sodium Mask by Hello the Band, which has not seen a full release yet. Art in Context was a design that Bill Krause and John Flansburgh worked on together in late 1985, which contained promotion for the MIB Giants, as well as upcoming shows and more. This is referring to the theme song that would have been for the Nickelodeon show Stewie the Dog Boy before it was cancelled from ever airing. This refers to the misconception, or perhaps Mandela effect, that there was a New Jersey song on the State Songs album when there wasn't. This refers to the unreleased song covering Yoko Ono's Don't Worry Kyoko from the Fly album. It was made around the late 70s when the two Johns were around 17. This refers to the unreleased video for Rabid Child off of the Pink album. You've only seen a 10-second clip that is only available in the Gigantic documentary. They Might Be Giants made 2 songs for the expansion pack of The Sims 2 called Free Time. The 2 songs they made were the theme song and a re-recorded version of Take Out the Trash from The Else in Simlish. Who's Gonna Guess the Dead Guy is a song that is an earlier version of their song Boss of Me from Malcolm in the Middle. This refers to the demo compilation Bill Krause gave Mike Weiskopf for his birthday. It contains 16 songs. This was an instrumental track that was unreleased but was said to be very similar to Spacesuit. This is a song that appeared in a mid-80s set list and might have been the original name for the famous polka. It might have interpolated 96 Tears in a way, but Flansburgh has no recollection of the whole entire thing. Well, that's my iceberg. I hope you guys enjoyed the 2 videos, and I'll see you guys later.
On the city lights, galactic